In this video, I'm going to be talking about symbols. For now, let's discuss the crab. And I wanted to spend some time and talk about this symbolism, talk about this symbols meat that is so delicious, so tasty, so tender, so fresh, and very, very healthy for you, but it does have its little pinchers that can pinch, which if you go to the grocery store anyway, they would cut them off. Or put, well, not cut them off, but put tape on them. So if you were to prepare them, if you were to take a cookbook by, look at Julia Child's cookbook and try to follow her directions, hopefully, or just experiment and attempt it at preparing crab, then, what kills them off is boiling them in hot water. But this crab, this meat. And so let's talk about the symbol of the crab. And yes, I'm going to be very, very creative, hopefully, when I'm talking about this. So there may be some things to it. So the crab. So, let's just say that you were going to, I don't know, the Florida beach, and you were walking along and you were very, you were dressed in beach clothing. It was all multicolored. You were very relaxed in your relaxed and cool clothing. You were, very excited. You're very pumped up. You're ready for a day. Just the clothes feel so wonderful on you. You're ready to go and jump in the waves and lay in the sand, or read a novel and chill. And you get to this beach when the sun is shining and the clear, what are called, maybe they are lemonade clouds. And if you didn't know, lemonade clouds is my metaphor, which means clouds, because it gets very humid in the summertime. And so that humidity and moisture creates, a certain look to the clouds, and with the sun shining, as well with this moisture and heat, and that stickiness, that sticky weather, that those conditions, those elemental conditions outside, it can look like the color of lemonade, as if the clouds have lemonade in them, and they can be very, very puffy and almost like cotton candy or animated, so that is why I call them lemonade clouds. So now you're seeing a crab. This is the point. This is what I wanted to talk about. So you're seeing this crab on the beach, and the crab pulls something from the shore and grabs hold of it, knowing and judging beforehand, discerning, and with the mind seeing, is this the right object that I should attach onto? Will this be safe for me? Will I go along my path of life feeling good in the end, feeling more secure, or more insecure and afraid, and all those negative emotions? And that is a huge thought, more than what a crab could probably think and not mentally verbalize. Who knows? But point is, it would grab hold of this thing and then bury it in the sand. Like, they say bury your head in the sand, kind of detach yourself and steer away from facing reality, facing the real world, and in some circumstances, some situations, it can have that element of difficulty, harshness to, who knows? It's very mixed. It has good and bad and ugly. All those gray, black, and white areas as well. So, anyway, both and, all and. Although, still we live in a world of many limitations, and it is these limitations which could be very, very worth considering, because this crab would bury this object in the sand, tucking it with the sand, getting on it, and really, really tucking it in and digging this hole to keep itself safe, to protect it from the outside world, to protect it from all the stimulus and all of the negative actions and all of the hurts and all of the shame and all of the death and disease and just because it's very, very vulnerable. It does relate to vulnerability and sensitivity. And if you can imagine the waves washing over this sort of thing, it wants to protect this object and itself from, I'm sure that you've heard the saying, it's us against the world. There is a need to keep this thing safe and keep yourself safe from the waves, which could be very, very dangerous because it washes away, and then the waves carry you off, into the sea, and you get carried off, and then you get taken away from your safe place, taken away from your homeland, and then you get yourself into trouble, and you put yourself in danger and in harm's way, and you are lost, you are stranded, you are miserable, you are looking over the horizon, feeling the pangs of hunger for the homeland, feeling the pangs of real disappointment and regret in yourself for doing this thing, and real fear and real powerlessness that you cannot go back to the shore and go back and have the waves just move you through up into the shore, and then you connect back again. It's this sort of thing. And when it comes to this, I think of Rapunzel. Like, I think of the mother knows best kind of thing, where she is keeping Rapunzel safe from the world in this tower. In this tower where she has very, very long blonde hair. And, well, what does she want to do if she's stuck there? She has a wonder. She has a fascination. She has a very childlike curiosity and a need and a quest of wanting to go out, wanting to shoot your arrow high, wanting to explore, wanting to step over the boundaries, wanting to cross over to see those beautiful lights rise up into the sky on that night. And indeed, I'm not making that up. Where the comforts of the shelves and the books and the blankets and the the daily routine sort of thing, and of being in a very serene and peaceful remote location, and being locked up in this tower, there is an opposite need. There's a quote that goes something like, when we're safe at home, we dream of a great adventure, but when we're on this great adventure, we really feel homesick sometimes, where we just want to go back home and get comfortable and be safe and secure emotionally and physically, as opposed to being out there and adventuring. And so one of the things about the crab with its claws is it really, really holds on to, it really wants to keep, because Cancer, the sign that is symbolized by the crab, wants to keep its loved ones close, wants to hold on, really, really care. Like if, someone gets hurt or someone loses a job position or a wife, or if someone gets into a car accident or has a negative encounter with some, whatever it is, Cancer will go beyond the call of duty to be there and look after a family, and it can be very, very nurturing, really creating that safe space and giving all of the comforts, because it's very, although the crab wears a very hard shell and there is a sensitivity and shyness to it, there is also a softness inside. You just have to get to know it enough to where it feels comfortable to show that soft side and that warm side, because it's a very, very warm sign, and definitely during the time of year when it's super sticky, like sticky rice outside. And indeed, I remember 2 summers ago with the rain and everything, like, yeah. So that is the crab symbol and what it means. Thank you very much for watching.